Welcome to ForceProSports Laserforce Podcast with your host, Mr. Mischief.
Welcome everybody to ForceProSports. Laser tag is the world's next up-and-coming sport. It's tactical, modern, a real-life video game. Join us today as we talk about Laserforce tournaments and community. My codename is Mr. Mischief. I'm an incredibly amateur laser tag sports analyst who aims to make laser tag presentable and exciting for all. Today, I am joined by Thomiik from the Czech Republic. Ahoy, Thomiik.
Ahoy. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. Had Thomiik on a couple years ago in the previous podcast, The Playbook, and thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Of course. How have things been since getting back from Laserforce Internationals 2025?
Oh yeah, it's a blast. I'm doing so many things right now. So we are enlarging the arena. Like beside me, there is a new part of my arena actually. So they are doing a lot of things. So I'm not stopping at all. Just so many things.
So you own a laser tag arena, right?
Yeah, right. Actually, it's a double arena. So it's like one big arena with 30 vests and one small arena with 16 vests and everything on one side.
That is incredible. The fact that you would have one arena is cool, but having a double arena is amazing. How do you manage that with your members?
It's perfect. We can, last week we had a tournament on one arena. There was a lot of reservations and birthday parties in the second arena, so it's like perfect that you can have both on the same day. So that's really perfect. Or you can have like multiple sessions of multiple tournaments at the same time. It's like you can do anything you want. That's like really cool.
That's amazing. Yeah, I never thought about that. How you could have a birthday party over here and a members game going over here. Do your members prefer one arena over the other?
Actually, it depends. One is symmetric. It's like really made for Laserball. So it's like perfect when you play like 5 versus 5, 3 versus 3. It's made for that. And the other one is like for bigger events or like for tournaments where it's like Laserball 7 versus 7 or something big Space Marines, or doesn't matter what. For example, we made a Dungeons and Dragons tournament there. So actually some people prefer the smaller one, some bigger one. It really depends on the mod. It depends on the occasion. So it's hard to say actually.
That's fun. I was under the impression, like, how much is it Laserball versus other game modes out there? Laserball seems like it is the dominant sport.
Oh yes, here like absolutely smashing everything. We have a lot of members which have 1,000 Laserballs and 20 standard games. It's crazy. And wow. When you compare it, for example, like with Space Marines, it's again like 50 Space Marines versus 1,000 Laserballs. It's absolutely smashing everything here.
Yeah, it's been really cool to hear that Laserball has grown so much out there, just in Europe in general. It's my impression.
Yeah, that's true.
Could you remind me again? I know we talked about it in the last podcast, but could you give a brief overview of what the Laserball scene is like out there? How big is it? How many tournaments do you run? How does that work?
Actually, it's much bigger than we talked like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Currently there is I would say 1 to 2 Laserball tournaments weekly.
Wow.
Weekly. There's always some other events, like we are training Laserball like 3 times per week. And then there are the tournaments as well. So it's really big. And that's just only the Czech scene. There is a German scene as well. So sometimes there are like multiple tournaments in one day. So you can choose where do you want to go, because like you can't go to everything. But just it's like so big. There is I would say maybe 50, 60 teams, like all the Europes, which are going like everywhere, and we are meeting each other. We are just friends now because we meet each other like more than our family almost sometimes.
My goodness.
So it's really, really big.
Okay, I had to pull up this meme template that there was a time in the Discord chat where some of the Americans were beginning to talk about Laserball rules and what it might look like to do a tournament, and it was only American players with no people who are out there in that massive Europe scene, and a big reason why I wanted to talk to you today is because if I were to share this, this little guy on the bottom left feels kind of like our US SM5 scene, and the giant feels like the Laserball scene out in Europe. Just numbers wise, what you're saying, we play 2 tournaments on a good year. On a good year. Worldwide for SM5. And that it is absolutely blowing my mind that even in the last couple of years it's grown like that.
Yeah, it's bigger, and we actually, even if I count our junior tournaments, like for the kids which are below 15, it's like the same. It's the tournament like every month, sometimes every 2 weeks there is a tournament for children. So even that is bigger actually now.
Goodness. How is it for you as a business owner?
Sorry again.
As someone who owns the site, how is it for you, like financially, to have all this interest?
Yeah, okay. The birthday parties are always for the income the most thing, but like currently I would say like I can't say it like perfectly, but the member side is like 30% of revenue, something like that. So it's important, but yeah, you can do without it. But yeah, it's a very good part of it as well.
Okay, that's a significant portion. I ask because it's always been it's got to be a mutually beneficial relationship between the owner and the scene that's coming in to play at that owner's site. If you're going to lose a bunch of money, miss out on birthday parties by hosting tournaments, then owners aren't going to want to do it. But from just like in your environment, your member base makes up 30%, as you say, of the revenue. It's a win for you. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's really great. But it's really helpful with the 2 arenas because you really can host tournament anytime you want, because you still have a revenue of the birthday parties and still have a revenue of tournaments. So like it's a win-win for everybody.
That's really interesting. How does having a second arena compare to building a different attraction, like a mini golf or I don't know what else would take up that much room besides that? There's all kinds of attractions I've seen.
Yeah, currently we have a Pixel as well. Mm-hmm. But there's a new thing for us. So we have it just for 1 month. So it's like hard to compare actually right now. But with the comparison of mini golf, it's hard to say because we don't have a mini golf. But I would say like the numbers will be probably the same. Really hard to guess for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for telling me about the business side of things a little bit. Definitely wanted to, because I know on top of being the business owner, you also happen to slightly enjoy laser tag, right?
Just a little bit.
I was gonna check over here. Okay, we're just gonna pull this up because this is it's a doozy, I think, for anyone who's been around the scene for a while. Just to look, Thomiik is quickly gaining on Rusty to have the most games in the entire world.
Oh, yeah, I love to play.
How does that feel?
Actually, it's interesting because when I started, like 2016, I saw somebody called Rusty at the start, like with at first draw with, I don't know, it was like 5,000 games at that time or something like that. And I said to me, "Oh, these crazy Australians, I will never be there. Like no chance, no chance." And suddenly. I don't know how that happened. I just played and I enjoyed the playing, and I enjoyed the playing so much that I started my own arena, and then started like the second part of the arena, and yeah, it just happened.
So you went out to Laserforce Internationals 2025 to play Space Marines 5 in Brisbane, Australia.
Yeah.
Definitely because you represent the Titan in that meme, the giant. You know, you're a prominent figure out there in Europe. I imagine people respect your opinion and would kind of your words might have some weight on how the Europeans may feel about Space Marines 5 and the rule set we play by and the game mode. That's a big reason I wanted to have you on today. You went out there and the main thing people said about you when I was asking just about everyone at the tournament, but you included, Thomiik loves laser tag. That guy loves laser tag. He was in the arena all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, the first training day, there was like 23 or 24 games played, and I played like I don't remember like all of them, or maybe missing one. I'm not sure. So I played like most as possible. And the same the next days, there was not enough like Space Marines for me, but still, I play. I don't care actually. I love all the modes, so I play maybe like Color Conquest. That's the one I'm not like much into it, but every other mode I don't care. I love it.
Awesome. Well, I'd love to ask you about the tournament. How did it go? Can you give us a little bit of a rundown or a story?
Like for me, it was a very interesting experience. Like everything is completely new for me. The rules, the settings, arena, the new players I met, like massively new experience. And for me, it was sometimes really quite hard to adjust first for the new rules. That was really hard sometimes. But overall I enjoyed the experience. It was fun, and I liked it. It's different, but yeah, why not? Just I'm really I'm loving to try the new things.
It sounds like it'd be pretty hard to mess up a Laserforce experience for you.
Oh, yes, but it can happen, but it's that's true. It's hard. Sometimes when I play, because after the tournament I played in a lot of Australian arenas. Like I managed to play like 30 of 35 or something like in Australian arenas overall. And sometimes when there are the settings that I'm level 9 with 7 seconds of reset, and I'm playing against level 1s with 0 reset or like almost none. That's a really hard thing to be alive at least some seconds.
Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit.
But still I played, so yeah.
Okay. So like, what did you do throughout the week? So you started with the practice nights, you were there every day. And I was watching those practice nights on the Zap reports. I was like I give you lots of credit for going in and trying to learn the arena ahead of time.
Yeah, I managed a lot, but I really needed more training. For me, the experience with the different arena and different setups, I would love to have like 50 more games. Then I guess I would be better with the rules. Some things I learned like at the end of the tournament, so it was hard.
So what did you think about Space Marines 5 in general?
In general, I love the game, and I don't care actually now if it's our settings, which are quite different, or it's like international settings. It can be playable like in both the settings, but the game is fundamentally different. And in your settings, I really like the backtracking. Like, and nobody is doing that at our settings. It's a completely new thing for me. And I started doing that the last 2 days because at first I just thought this is really stupid, but at the end, yeah, makes sense actually.
So the first couple of days of the tournament, you didn't utilize the backtracks, but
Yeah,
by the end of it,
yeah, true. Yeah, as I said, it's like the concept of the backtracking. It's for the players here. It sounds so strange that every time I'm telling the people that they are just why what's this?
right? Do you have an answer to that? Why does it improve the game experience?
It improve because you have different timing of the resets and the save time. Like we play 5 second save time, 1 second reset, and you can follow. So it doesn't much make sense to backtrack to one side and again the other side because you are constantly followed in our environment. But in your environment, you won't be followed at all, and you will be safe in your spot again. So the game is, I would say, it's just different game. It's not Space Marines. So I actually like you can call your game Space Marines, but like for us, we should call it something different because like there are only just one part which is similar, that you have a medic and you have ammo, but that's it. Like everything else is different.
So you have your own version of SM5. Tell me about that.
Yeah, as I said, you can follow anybody as long as you want, anywhere you want. Nobody cares. So you can follow medic like all the game if you manage. But there is a heavy, of course. So he is trying to shoot you before that, of course. But generally, you can pop shot. You can there is not much rules, so there are no referees there because you don't need referees if you don't have rules. So we need to change the game length for that. So it's not 15 minutes, but 12 minutes because the medic is out usually like after 6 minutes. If you have a really good heavy, it can be like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, but then the last 3 minutes, everybody has enough life, so it doesn't matter at all. So, you need to play much more differently, much more active. Like the attack is really strong, and key part of all the game is to have the good heavy. Without that, no chance at all.
Right, because once the medic is flushed and your heavy's not defending them, the medic will get chased out.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
And it's hard. It's really brutal game. But if like in both parts, both teams, the heavy is good. Sometimes everybody survives, even with following everybody as much as you want. It can happen that everybody will survive. It's strange, but it can work.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's different game.
Because you're saying like the backtracking may seem very strange to anybody out there in your scene because you don't do anything like that. The game of Laserball and your version of SM5, it's a perfectly fair and functional game. There's nothing wrong with not having the backtrack. But we come from, me and my community, we come from a world where we have the backtracks. And so for you to say you don't have the backtracks feels very strange and alien to me. And like, I've said this before and I want to reiterate it, that like there are ways to objectively make games more or less fun, but sometimes you are sacrificing one element for a different element. And I definitely
Exactly.
I see that your version, it sounds more hectic. Like, how would you compare it to our version of SM5?
Actually, it surprised me because first, when I went, or actually when I was on the plane, and so I thought it will be a really slow game, and in comparison with our, and it will be boring, not be able to pop shots and so on. But actually, like your version, or like international version, I
Yeah,
think
the
is like
international version.
better. International version. Actually, it's really fast as well. It's I would say like kind of similar fastness, but
Hmm.
like the roles are doing just something. It's not the same. They are doing slightly different
Hmm.
things, and but overall the fastness of the game, I would say it's quite similar.
Hmm.
It surprised me. I really thought it would be just a lazy game, but not at all.
Hmm. What? And I'm sorry for I keep asking you more to go more in depth, but I think the
No.
reason is because I have already witnessed and I'm anticipating many more debates about which game is better. And
Yeah.
I anticipate going into the future lots of conversations with one, Americans or Australians trying to convince Europeans, come play our game our way. It's better because X, Y, and Z. And alternatively, like, I really think, especially with the size of your tournament scene, we need to get some Americans and Australians out to Europe to play in some laserball tournaments. Or I know you're hosting something next year, but your community may say, but our version's really good and it's better. Come try it for these reasons. I'm trying to get from someone who just loves tag, who has quite a few games under his belt, just what are objectively the differences? What kind of person would like each of the two games and for what reason? Does that make sense?
I think the only person who will love both versions it would be me. Actually,
Really?
I don't know, just. But when I'm introducing here, for example, it's really hard to persuade people. Like I already persuade, like that there will be like when I will host the International Road Space Marines the next year. So I already persuade some people, some teams, so they will definitely play. But like currently, they love our version more. But yeah, the problem is they never played like in full rules with the backtracking, with the more strategy like the chain nuking. We are not doing that at all. So like our level of strategy, like I'm not sure if we have some good level of strategy. It's just
Hmm.
like a more hunting game.
Hmm.
So like I don't think that you will enjoy our version. It will be really hard to persuade you actually. So I will not try to persuade you.
Hmm.
It will be really hard, but the same applies for you. Like we are used to the hunting version,
Hmm.
and then suddenly you really need to think way more, be a little slower, be more tactic, and that's a good thing. But not everybody is like much into depth of the game. So like to to have a two different version, which is fun for the one person. I think somebody will always like this more than the other.
Oh, yes, certainly. There's wisdom in that. And we don't need everybody to like everything. I
That's
just
true.
think
That's true.
if you're going to critique, like if you're going to weigh in on which one is quote unquote better, and I think this will especially come into play not so much around like, oh, which one's better, but which version do we play like an international tournament by? What rule sets do we follow when everyone comes together? I have a feeling there will be a power struggle there. I think you need to try both versions before you can have a really solid opinion.
That's true.
You can't just say, well, you can, but I won't respect your opinion if you're just saying that doesn't sound fun. Give it a try because most likely, like a lot of the resistance you have is because of unfamiliarity. You just never. It's different, and different usually feels really bad at first. I would happily try your format. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just different. It's fair. Both medics can get chased. So how is it unfair? It's a perfectly fair game. It's just very different ways of winning, it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, in our version, I really love one thing, really much more than in international version, that you don't need to have the referees. So there is nobody saying, hey, this guy cheated. Like, never happens in our environment. And this solo thing, it's making the game a lot of fun, because you lost, so it's your fault you lost, because they were better. Obviously, nobody can cheat if you don't have not that much rules. So this solo thing, it's for me, it's really important. We are used to have like indoor Laserball tournaments, like there are usually like 2 referees, but like 12 referees, it's like, oh, what's that? Like overwhelming for us. But on the other side, when you are doing the referee, when you are refereeing, you are seeing what are the other people are doing actually, and you can improve yourself. So yeah, there are always 2 sides of that, and yeah, I love both sides. I really enjoyed being in Australia playing the tournament, and I'm really strongly considering going to US as well. But there are other things which are a little bit complicated for me to going. But I will see.
For sure. Okay, I don't want to linger on this conversation forever, but can I ask you kind of one final nail in the coffin question here, if you're willing?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm going to ask you this both ways. So first, I'm going to ask you, if you were trying to convince an American to play an SM5 tournament with your rule set, what would you tell them? What would the benefits be?
Okay, this is a hard question. Benefit for Americans going here? No. I would say, yeah, as a part of the try new things, which is obvious, I would say it's you have like different kind of skill set. For example, and that's even for our Laserball tournament, it's the same. That if you want to be a good player, you really need to play both right-handed and left-handed. So that means, because you can pop shot, and some obstacles are really hard to pop shots, like this kind of thing. So, for example, me, I learned to play left-handed, so I can really quickly pop shot from the other side. And I think this is one of the most important thing, even for the Space Marines tournament or Space Marines scenes here, that you can learn the new skill, and this is like the new skill you really don't need in international rules, because you will always be visible, like the shoulder and like two sensors. So this, for me, it's fundamentally different as well. But like the solo thing is, you need to learn to play differently and to play left-handed, and it's fun. It's really a new thing, and it's adding the depth of the game, that you really need to do way more things than normally.
And it sounds like a lot of the focus would then be more on your technical skills, your ability to do different shots.
And yes, that's important.
Is that what does that sum up some of what you're saying?
Yeah, because in international environment, like the strategy beats individual skill, and that's good. That's a good thing. In our environment, individual skill, and not every time beats strategy, because you need to have both strategy and individual skill. But if you have only strategy, it's hard. If you have only individual skill, it's hard. You need to have both combined together.
That makes a lot of sense. I guarantee you need both in both, but maybe it's a little more weighted towards individual skill in yours.
That's true. Yeah, like if you have zero individual skill, you will lose, of course. Yeah. But yeah, in our environment, it's a little bit more towards the individual skill.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you it the other way. If you were trying to convince a European to play Space Marines 5 by the international rule set, what would you tell them?
Oh, I'm doing this all the time. It's a tricky thing because I'm saying that you need to have the strategic mind to be able to play that. So I'm always trying to be more like into the depth of the game. Sometimes it works, but sometimes there are a lot of players in our environment which are just really like solo-minded. So for them, it's quite hard to persuade them on this kind of thing. But usually, the second things I'm doing is that you can play with like the best players in the world, and this argument I think is very convincing for a lot of people. Like there is no chance to play against Australians, against US people if you are from Europe, because then you need to go somewhere. But we have it now. We now have the chance that you will come to us, and I'm really looking forward, like to have like the best people from our environment, best people from your environment, and maybe to have something like a side event, our Laserball, main event, your Space Marines, and then we can compare how it is, and that will be really great, I guess.
I love that. And this is hypocritical for me to say because I'm very likely not going to be coming out to a tournament in the near future. I know. I really, really want to. I want a house and my economy is tanking. but
I can understand that.
And for other reasons. But if we want you to try something that we like, we should try something that you like. Like that's preschool. That is age 5, learning to share and get along with each other. Like if we both try each other's thing, then we can. I feel like everyone will feel like they got a fair shot, of being heard out.
That's nice. Yeah, true.
Anyway, thank you for indulging in that conversation. I hope it can help some of the discussions that are ongoing. Can you so back to internationals, tell me about what it was like to play with the US East team. You got to play with a lot of our Detroit and Syracuse players.
It was really nice. They are really nice people, and I enjoyed it. I'm really glad that they gave me the opportunity to play, because if they weren't of them, I would never go to Australia, or maybe sometime in the future. But I'm really glad that they gave me the opportunity, and I enjoyed the games. I'm a little bit sad that I couldn't play more, but I understand that my level of strategy thinking it's way different, and sometimes I struggle with the strategy and with the different rules. So it's completely understandable that I couldn't play more, but still I enjoyed that. I played a lot of games, and it was perfect. I really liked it.
Awesome. That I respect you for going out and accepting that in your spot they needed to put you on the bench a few times. It's one of those, because of the strategy of SM5, like getting that synergy with your 6 going into finals can be a big thing. But if you're a home site team, like we rostered 7 and we rotated out pretty easily, it's just harder in an away arena.
Yeah, but it's understandable, and everybody of them were very friendly, and I have zero problem with that, and it's the way it is.
Did you have a favorite game or favorite memory from the tournament?
Oh, actually, well, yeah, one memory when I was actually I was in a bench, but it was a really funny. I wouldn't say accident, but a little one funny play. I think you maybe shared that as well. That there was one. I don't remember the names actually, but there was a medic hiding on the.
In the
I
new
don't
tower?
remember. It was and no new tower. I'm not sure. Actually, I how it's
No
called.
worries.
It's so many things already happened. So, but I saw that like first time that the medic was hiding, and there was some player from the other team, and he was hiding behind the medic. And he showed it. He showed the medic. Medics
Oh
just
man,
saw what
who
was
was
what's
that?
happening. Yeah. And then the second time he showed the medic and it's, oh, what's happening? Where the shot was from?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a third shot and he revealed himself and he just rolled on the floor laughing, and it was like perfect moment for me of all the tournament. And I was really happy that I watched that like really in front of me actually, like there was a glass, me and the situation there. So that's
Oh, you got to
so
view
good.
it in
Yeah,
person. That's
yeah, yeah, in
amazing.
person. Yeah, it's so good, like a perfect moment.
Probably for the best that we forgot
Yeah,
who it
yeah,
was so that their name
yeah,
doesn't get
yeah,
thrown out again. I'm sure they want this memory to die. But
yeah.
that I would have been dying, man. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, but actually, something similar happened almost to me. That I was almost missiled from behind, like
Oh yeah?
from 1 meter. So, but luckily, and that's like the fun thing as well. Luckily, I was shot by a referee because I was like in both my legs was on the ground, and I forgot about this rule. And we have this rule as well in our environment. So I was shot by the referee, and because of that, I wasn't missiled. So
All right, the ref
kind
saved
of
you.
cool, yeah. So kind of cool, but yeah.
Very nice. All right. Well, that's awesome. Um, I mean, as far as the tournament itself goes, did you have anything that you liked or disliked about it?
Uh, like apart of all the things,
Yeah, how we ran
like
the whole tournament.
yeah, like there's a lot of things. Like some things I would like to improve. For example, was that there wasn't that many of the training games like it was promised at first. So I was a little bit sad for that. Still, I learned the arena because I could play like the with normal reservations, but yeah, it's like not perfect thing. So like to have the possibility to play more, to learn the arena, like and to learn the rules more, because for me it's obviously new. And then like some small things, like for example, this ceremony. We are always doing the ceremony like the big show, and this time it was just this person will get this, and that's it. So I would improve definitely that as well, to have really like big ceremony, big show, and so on.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's like the small things. So like nothing so much important, but yeah, like you always can improve.
Okay. Well, thank you for that feedback. I'm, uh, I'm, I'm, I'm sure. I think a lot of people will listen to this, and people who are helping plan this upcoming Nats and future events. So you mentioned that you maybe or you're looking at maybe coming to this year's Nats, but it's complicated. And
Hopefully, but yeah, like 50-50, I would say,
okay,
the next one.
you also said that you're hosting an SM5 event with the international rule set in August, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Can you take this opportunity to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. There were already some UK team promised they will go to my place, and there are some German teams as well, some Czech teams. So like hopefully, like it's not guaranteed yet, but hopefully there will be like 8 teams as well. So that means it will be big as the Australian internationals this year, hopefully. But yeah, you never know. So finger crossed. So, but anyway, I want to have it like the full international rules, everything as I remembered. So there will be Marcus El Diablo helping me with that. So I guess it will be a really nice opportunity to see our arena place maybe some bonus games in our settings or not. It's up to you. And meet everybody and in person, which is really important to make new friends, of course, because I really love to have. I'm always like something like community manager, like in Europe. So I was like meeting the other person and trying to get everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be really nice if there will be more people coming together.
Yeah, it sounds really fun. If there are any people from outside of Europe hoping or wanting to attend this, what are the rules for building teams?
Actually, for that, we don't have any rules for building teams. So, like from outside of Europe, I guess I don't think that there will be so many people going because we will have the international 1 month before that. So, really not sure that there will be so many people going for that. And again, in a really quite a short time, but we will see. So, like, firstly, it would be nice to have like full Australian team, full US team, but I guess it would be something putting together Australian US. Like we will see, but no rules about it right now.
Okay, cool. Well, I ask that because I mean I've done a few podcasts talking about this as well. Just like getting people to come out to tournaments, building the scene, some of our more experienced players. It sounds like you're essentially giving people permission to build super teams if they want to come out to your tournament.
I know that this is a thing actually in the community, but like in our perspective, I personally don't have a problem with it. In Europe Laserball tournaments, we already have sometimes super teams which are from the best Czech players, best German players playing together. Sometimes they split, like there is a lot of tournaments, so you can try the new things. So sometimes you are really with the best players, sometimes you are carrying the not that good players, but for the experience of you and them, it's like a good thing as well. So actually I don't care, and try that. You can win the Europe. So for it's it's like the perfect reason to go.
It sounds like a win-win. Yeah, it'd be good to have some people from outside of Europe come in, and this is I was being a little tongue-in-cheek, this is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people are like, oh, do you want to go? All right, we're forming a team, we're coming over, but people are going to want to build it with their friends and.
Come in. Would be fun. And it's like we have the home field advantage. You have the super team advantage. Yeah. So let's decide what's better. So.
All right. The challenge is on the table, guys. Sweet. All right. So details for that are on the Discord, I believe, right? I'm sure you'll create an event when we're getting closer.
True. Like it's already on Facebook, the event, and on Discord, I guess I need to create it as well. Like there is I already wrote to the chats and so on, but I'm not sure actually if there is event like in the event part.
Okay, cool. And you know what? I don't mean to spread any rumors, but I've heard this one so much. Is there any world where Nats might be out there in Europe in 2027?
No, I really hope. I really wanted to have it like this the next year in Europe, but like it didn't happen. Obviously, like everybody already knows, it will be US. But I really want to have it in 2 years in Europe. Then, like the second best option. And this international, like the Europe tournament with international guests, sorry. I think it would be like perfect preparation for that. That like we will, if something will go wrong, for the international we'll be prepared for that. So I think it will be really nice that to have a super big event with I would guess like 12 to 16 teams. It's possible to
Yeah.
if there will be like 8 international and 8 from Europe, it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
So like the biggest event of all, maybe, but
Maybe.
we'll see. Maybe.
The episode isn't out at the time of this recording, but I just did one with Cody, and it'll come out before this episode. And he was saying he hopes this is going to be the biggest Nats ever this year, 12 to 16 teams. But to be honest, there's so many more players out in Europe by your site who are very close. They could make the trip over if they wanted to play in this tournament. And I think it may actually be to your benefit to host like a kind of a warm-up trial tournament next year. Get some people to like know what it is before bringing out all the international players.
Yeah,
if it happens in
yeah.
27.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it would be nice because we will be completely smashed if we will host like first host like with not proper tournaments before that. So yes, we will have the experience and home field advantage, as I said, and then you will come with 20 years of experience, and yeah, but it will be a little bit more even. But I guess like the international teams would win. But still, I really hope that maybe there will be some upset win, something. Yeah, why not?
Oh, of course, there always are. I mean, usually there's some upsets. Cool. All right. Well, that's really exciting, Thomiik. I'll be really looking forward to seeing all those tournaments and how, also all the new players that'll show up, like in our scoreboards. Yeah,
exactly. There is so many good players here, and which never meet you, and you never meet them, and like for the first time, like ever, in from the start of the Laserforce, like you always played US, Australia, New Zealand, and like never anything was in Europe, like so some small Space Marine tournament, but nothing big as this. So like meeting all the best people from all the world, and now it will be really truly all the world, not just two parts.
Mm-hmm.
I would really love to see that happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll be excited to hear more as details come out and things happen.
Yeah, hopefully.
Anything else you wanted to talk about involving like Space Marines 5, the international community?
I would really love to see you all again. It was great fun for me. Actually, it was like my first ever trip by plane somewhere. So it was so good experience to see, like in the scoreboards, I always saw this name and that name, and it was like, who is this person? I just see the avatar, I see the nickname, but who is this person, like for real? And that's really nice that you can see them and make friends with them, and that's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's surreal because there's almost like an alter ego for every person. There's their tag identity, and you know their stats, you know their skills and their specialties, and what events they've played. But there's a whole person behind that code name, you know.
Exactly. And now I know like 70 from 100 top players, and I now like I want to see the other 30 I really never met, and I don't know how they look, and really you need to come here.
All right, Thomiik. So the last portion of our video today, I wanted to ask you about Laserball. So here in Loveland, we have a small little member base for our Tuesday night Laserball nights. We do Space Marines on Wednesdays. It's evolved. It's been going on for probably 2 or 3 years now. It's evolved to where we have some of our Space Marines players playing Laserball. We have some people who only do Laserball. They don't do Space Marines. And I've really enjoyed getting to go in, play by a new rule set, and kind of start over, like be at the bottom and work my way up the ladder again in a new game. Personally, I have found Laserball and like we do the pop shots, we do the following, pretty much European rules. We added something. We added like a no base crowding rule at our site. Like it's very fun. It's also so much more relaxing in some ways. Just the individuality of it. I like how oftentimes you win based on your individual skill, your trick shots. It's very different. I love them both. I'm not trying to ever really compare the two one over the other. It's just if you're in the mood for one, play that. And anyways, I wanted to ask you for some advice on Laserball. Get it from one of the masters themselves.
Okay, but actually, it really depends. If like for wood person, it's like I have some advice for complete beginners, some advice for good Space Marine players, but like new in Laserball, and some advices for experienced Laserballs, but still players, but still they are missing something. So there's a ton of advice, and actually, like it's similar to Space Marines as well. You have a lot of categories, and every category beats the other one. So I would really need to specify for that.
Okay, well, let me just ask you some questions then. So you say different categories or different types of players. I mean, not based on skill level, but more positionally. Do you consider there to be positions in Laserball?
Yeah, like in our environment, we play like there are players which are defending, there are players which are midfield, and players which are attacking. And we are quite strongly orientated in these positions, and it's always depending on the arena as well. But usually, like when we play 5 versus 5, in some arenas, you need to have 2 defenders, 1 midfield, 2 attackers. In some other arenas, you just need 1 defender, 2 midfield, 2 attackers, and it really depends on the specific arena. But we are very oriented on these roles. And for example, if you are a midfielder, you really need to know what's the game, like the flow of the game. So sometimes in midfielder, you are the third attacker. Sometimes you are the third defender. Sometimes you are clearing balls for yourself. Sometimes you are scoring the goals. You really need to do like everything and be super fast and back and forth, always like that. But for example, in defenders, there's completely different advice. You really need, like every attack, you need to change the position because in our arenas, there's always like 3 ways to get into the base.
That's cool.
And you are never covered from all the sides. So if you are defending like the left side, in this camera I see the right, but yeah, that doesn't matter. So if you are defending the left side, and you're looking on one side, you are vulnerable on the other side. So you really need to work with the second defender. You really need to shout the call outs from where the ball is coming. And this is a big part of the midfielder as well. And when I will go to the attacking side, you attack, but it's like not a good thing to be always in the attack side and never come back. Like to be a good attacker, you need to go to the middle because midfielder needs to pass the ball and shoot in the reset the other person, and so it's like constantly moving and shifting. So when I'm advising this strategy, I always print the floor plan, and then I have like mini figures, and with the mini figures there's a dice, and dice is like the ball, and then I will just moving the figures, and if that player is going there, you need to go there, and there's so many strategies, and and this is really helping, but you really need to, like in every arena it's different. So when you have more defenders, you really need to adjust the positions. If somebody's going from here, you need to shoot. I can't give like specific examples because it's like really it's a big thing, and depending on so many other strategies of other teams and so on and so on. But generally, like you need to be aware of the flow of the game, where the ball is coming from. It's really important. Sometimes, like you can see the blinking of the vests on the ceiling, on the walls, so you can get some idea that it's coming from here, but suddenly it's passed from to the other side, so you need to adjust. So yeah, it's so many things.
Yes, it's a lot of things. I guarantee, like if you asked me about SM5, I would
Yeah, it's
have
the same. It's the same. Yeah.
type of rant because, I mean, what? You can't get to a high level just from a conversation. You got to play over and over and over again, and you learn all these things in depth over experience.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sorry.
Are you good?
I have only 100 games of Space Marines, and I already know like it's a really depth game. I have 1,000 games in Laserball, and still I'm like finding new things which are, oh, this is working. Oh, nice. And yeah, and sharing it with the others, and suddenly the game is a little bit different because of that. And yeah, and in both of like Space Marine International, Laserball, like in every mode you can find so many super deep, super small things. Like for example, that you can, if you, I don't know if in your arena you can pass directly or you are passing with the button.
We're passing with the button.
Okay, so this is quite different as well because we are passing just by shooting, but if you are passing with the button, in your case, without the button, you can reset yourself if you have a ball. And this is small things which we find after like 1 year or something. And it's so important that you have a ball and you can reset with the ball of your teammate. And then you have an advantage of opponent who is chasing you. And just these small things, it's improving the game massively.
Wait, I don't understand that one. So if I pass the ball to my teammate, I come back up. Is that what you're saying?
No. Like you are resetting yourself.
If I tag you and I pass to my teammate, I can tag you again.
Yeah, but even if you are not passing, like if you in your environment not press the button. In our environment is otherwise, so you press button. So you will shoot your teammate. You will not pass, but still you reset it yourself. But that not pass, so you can shoot the other person. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I think I get it. So so with us, we press the button to pass. So if I tag you, and then if you have a ball,
if
I have the ball and I tag you, and then I tag my teammate without passing the ball to them, it still registers that I tagged something. Yes. And I keep the ball, and I can reset you now.
Yes.
Wow, I had no idea. I bet our players didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of these super small things. There's a lot of them, and this is actually one of the most important. And yeah, like in Europe, like most players already know that, but but yeah, in your in your case, no. But yeah, it's making the game more strategic, more team wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And because even if your teammate will not help you with the reset, you can help yourself. And yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I mean, teamwork is part of what makes SM5 so fun, that you have to coordinate to make things happen. And I know it's that way in Laserball, but it feels different. There's just different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Something I've been, gosh, it's fun. I haven't had too many deep discussions, but something that Caden, one of our best Laserball players, taught me, because I was asking for advice. He was giving me this concept about how, as an attacker, you should like linger outside the enemy base in such a way that if you happen to get the ball, you could immediately go in and score a goal before any of the other players come up, like within a 5-second window. I don't know if that applies to your arena at all, but I found that like that completely changed the way that I viewed the game. Like in terms of positioning, I should be viewing my positioning somewhat as though like how far could I get before someone I just tagged will come back up and be able to put me down again.
Yeah, we play the game you always find the reset. So you, for example, if you are attacker, you shoot one defender, second defender, and you immediately go to first defender and reset him, then second defender, and you just shouting, it's free, pass me.
Yeah.
Yes, because we don't have like penalty zone or anything, not penalty zone is like something called differently, but it doesn't matter. But in our environment, the attacker needs to reset everybody around, so he's free to be cleared to or to pass to. And in our environment, in the targets, you can get you can put the many receivers to the target. So if you are directly under the target, you can't be cleared to. So you need to be a little bit beside of the target to be able to be cleared. But still, like you need to get rid of the defenders. So it's like for attacking players, it's always like going back and forth and trying to get rid of it. So yeah, it's working, but it's better not be like hidden somewhere, but it's better to be active part of the game.
I could see that. I didn't know we had that technology. So you have a sensor where if you're in range of that sensor, the ball can't be cleared to you?
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same applies for the defenders. So if you have two defenders and one is clearing, it won't go the ball for the second defender if the target will see like the second defender. And it's a small thing for like $3 or I don't know, $5, and you will just solder it to the target and that's it. And suddenly the game is much better because you have like in a lot of the arenas, the strategies, if you are clearing, the second defender needs to go before the clear in front of the target. So it won't be cleared to the second defender. It will be cleared somewhere else.
Okay. That's a nice quality of life improvement. Very cool.
And it's cheap and it's easy to do.
I want to ask you, okay, what else don't we know how to do? But I don't. You don't know what we don't know.
Exactly.
It's cool. Well, that's another reason to have some people go out and see you guys and play with you in a Laserball tournament. I'm sure we would learn. A lot would be an understatement. Our world would be cracked wide open.
Yeah, but applies for Space Marines for me, like the backtracking as I mentioned. So yeah, in every game has something which the other part of the world is completely unaware of, and I think there will be a lot of more. And yeah, just we have actually we will have a big Laserball tournament. Just I think 1 or 2 weeks, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks before Nats. So if I don't know, maybe more for Australian players, if they will go to us, play Laserball tournament, then go to US, play the Space Marine tournament, and then they will have like everything. They will have the best Laserball experience, best Space Marines experience, but yeah, it's a lot of traveling, so I would understand that it's complicated. But yeah.
Yeah, it would help if everyone just had unlimited budget and time. That would help.
Oh yes.
All right. Let me just ask you this big question. What makes up the best Laserball players that you have? What separates them from the good players and makes them great players?
Oh, there's quite a lot of things. But generally, like the single important thing is like the game awareness, like that you know exactly where the other players are and you are moving according to that. So if, for example, I don't have a map here, but if there are like 2 two person in front of you. You will shoot them. You will go a little bit in front. You still need to be aware that they will sometimes try to outmaneuver you. So you need to go look back, shoot them in the reset if they are not that good, and they will uncover themselves. Or just go a little bit back, even if you have a ball, shoot them again, go a little bit front, shoot the other person, just a little bit, go somewhere else, from the other side, shoot, and just moving a little bit by small steps, like two steps forward, one step backward, like literally almost, and constantly moving. And this is very, yeah, can help. Like,
I don't know.
yeah, but you need to move with the arrow. So,
Okay.
but generally, like, yeah, even with this mace, it would be really helpful. So if you are for example, you are pointing now in the left part of the arena. So if you have, for example, the ball, if you go a little bit right and like middle right, down. Actually, this can be helpful as well. So if you, for example, shoot the ball here when you are pointing now, somebody, and I don't know exactly where they are the other targets. So I would just say the other side. Okay, this is one target, and this is okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Blue over here, red over here.
Yeah, so if you are going towards the red target, so it doesn't matter which way, for example, this way. So in this position, you need to look on the other side because you will be followed. So just don't run at full speed to the other target, because always there will be somebody from some other side. So you first need to pre-fire left, right when you are going to the open areas, and then you need to not like every time. If you know that you shot 4 person of 4 people, so then you don't need to go back. But if you know that somebody is following you, you need to go. Not to go. You need to look back and cover yourself. Or if you have a good team, you need to have somebody who is always watching your back. So again, it's a teamwork. So you can go forward, and then somebody is shooting the person in the reset. So they won't steal ball from you. Then you will shoot that person in the reset, and again the other person will shoot it in the reset. So it's a teamwork.
Okay. I may have gotten my ADHD took over a little bit trying to look at all. So you're saying
it will be really hard, but we'll try.
So you kind of was like, you're saying as an attacker would come in, they would be aware that they're probably being followed from behind.
Yeah.
And you know, someone's probably going to come in this way, and as they're entering, they got to know all the attack angles. Essentially be ready for them.
Yeah, you need to prepare it. But like in the perfect situation, if you have a ball, you need to hide just a little bit up. And like when there's the like a little bit upper of black arrow, I don't know like what is the best
like hiding spot
there. I don't know like the exact arena, but for the best situation we always try to do like in our arenas, it's like hide 1 or 2 obstacles before the opponent target. Somebody else will shoot the target and you will pass to them, but of course somebody will go to your back. So then you need to be aware like 360 degrees around you. You still need to be aware of all the other players. Okay. So really good players know where they are, so they will go just some if with the ball when you are pointing right now, then go back to the hiding spot a little bit again to the red arrow, the left red arrow, and like constantly moving, but not like the full speed to the target, because then the ball can be cleared and immediately the opponent team can score the score. So. It's in a lot of arenas, you really need to be aware of that and not just blindly attacking without any thinking. Sometimes in some arenas it can be good, but like usually it's better like with the attackers Yeah, teamwork. They will get rid of the defenders. It's their role. Your role is keep the ball as long as possible, and then go with the ball, pass with the ball, something like that. But yeah, it's different role. Everybody's doing something differently.
That's very interesting. This didn't work out quite as well as I thought it would, but it just shows you how much there is to think about. And a top player will already understand these things in muscle memory.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. There's you got to think about where are my teammates and can they help me break in? Do I have to run in with the ball right away, or can someone go in front of me? Is there a way that I could actually pass the ball instead of running out in the open myself to do that?
Yeah, it's always better to pass. I'm always like in all the arenas, I always say pass. Passing is like assisting is more important than scoring. Like, yeah, obviously you need to score. But for my perspective, the team plays more. So sometimes I do like funny, crazy things that I can score the goal, but I will pass somebody back in back of me, so they will score the ball, because I always say passing is more important. So I really don't want to score the goals. I always trying that the others will score. Sometimes it's even like it would be better that I'm scoring, but yeah, I'm trying to make the point. So always pass the ball, and they will score, because they shoot the defense. It's fair for them to score the goal.
That's a good takeaway. Just if we were to give a nice gold nugget to all the aspiring laserball players, the idea that passing is more important than scoring is definitely interesting. Something I'll ponder.
Yeah, like obviously you need to score. So yeah, the ball it's faster when the passing is faster than running. So you really need to have some elements to have the good midfielder, because if you have somebody in the attacking side, somebody on defending, and then you need to connect these two together. So pass to mid will pass there, and suddenly the ball in like 1 second or 2 seconds is like all the maze somewhere gone. And yeah, with the teams which can do that will always win.
Yeah, for sure. It reminds me of SM5. You end up sometimes with teams full of really fast, talented, but solo-minded players, and they never utilize the teamwork aspect of the game. And they win a lot in uncoordinated play, but when it comes to a coordinated team, like, they just get outsmarted. They do, because you're stronger together. You're stronger when you're like two players who are, both of them are willing to be the passer or the scorer. There's no ego involved, and they're tackling a defense together. That's way better than one player who's going in trying to handle it all by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. Like every kind of team game, you need to have a good team, a good teamwork. No matter of the game type.
Turns out we're all the same. The Laserball players, the Space Marines players, we all just love to put on packs and shoot lasers at each other. That's why we're all here, guys.
Exactly.
Kumbaya. I think that's all I have for you today, Thomiik. Do you have any thoughts or questions for me?
Oh, there's a lot of questions as well, but like, for example, I heard that you are like a retired player, so that means that you won't play much more. So you are planning like in future to go back to the scene and play again, like the big tournaments. Maybe like I know that like in this year's next year will be difficult for you, but like in the future, for example, you're planning something like that.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not giving myself that label of retired, but I'm not planning to attend any big tournaments in the near future. I've been playing since I was in high school. I've been I
Nice.
traveled for 10 years. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears uh, towards Laserforce SM5. I think the truth is that I've done a lot of personal work, and I've worked on my like career. I have some bigger life goals, and I'm about to turn 30. And the the importance of winning or competing in Laser Force just doesn't match up to some of my new priorities, like trying to get a house, wanting to at some point like have kids and raise a family. And there's no right answer. Like everyone gets to choose what's most important in their life. This is just what's right for me, and I'm okay missing out on some Laser Force, but that doesn't mean that I don't have massive FOMO and I don't want to be there. I was obsessive over last year's internationals, helping the Loveland Curveballs, trying to help get them ready. They didn't necessarily ask for a lot of my help. I just really wanted to feel included. I was having a hard time missing out. And all the commentary I did, like, I was glued to the screen all week. So I still love Laser Force. It's just, you, when you choose something, you say no to everything else. So if I choose to go to this upcoming Laser Force Internationals, like I'm gonna lose a ton of money not working my job, and I'm kind of saying no to, you know, taking a different trip or saving that money for something else important. I don't mean to lecture everyone. That's just kind of my like I absolutely expect that I will be at some future tournaments, even some away tournaments. I don't know quite when. Yeah, I may just need to be flexible year by year in my life.
Yeah, but still, it's really cool that you are doing these kinds of podcasts, these kinds of and things for all the community, because that for me, I are really enjoying the watching the interviews with other people. So I finally see that,
Well,
and
thank you.
yeah, that even that you are not like completely into the game of like the playing of the tournaments, that still you are like part of the scene, and a really big part of the scene that is helping promote the laser tag and as a sport, as a big community thing. So that's really, really nice of you that even with so many the other things, that you are still part of it. It's really cool.
Well, thank you. It's not as much of an act of generosity as it may seem. I really do love the sport. I love making video content. I definitely like enjoy getting to have a voice in the community and interview people and kind of impact things the way that I want to try to influence them. It's fun for me. So it's not like I'm falling on my sword in any way. I really enjoy this.
Yeah, that's nice. Like we are quite similar. That's with that as well, because I before laser tag I was a cameraman editor. So
Oh,
yeah, I
really?
know all. Yeah, so I know these things as well, and there was a big part of my life as well. Now I moved to like it was my hobby to make videos. Then my hobby was laser tag, and from my hobby I went to the work. Then again from my second hobby, it's like second work. So it's yeah, it's it's
You get
nice.
it. I've seen your YouTube channel, by the way. All the streams and the cool custom scoreboards. Like I know there's a lot that goes into that. And maybe it's not just all you, but it's very cool.
Yeah, and we are planning so many new things. They are right now we are a little bit secret, but it will be a big thing. So like maybe the next stream we'll see. Oh no, not the next one. But later, maybe like 1, 2, 3 months, and it'll be a really big new things which will exponentially be, will make the stream better. So hopefully everything will go according to plan. There are a lot of things which can go wrong, but it will be big. It will be really big.
Wow. Okay. That you've got me intrigued. I'll be watching. I'll be checking those out.
I will say I will write you when it will be finished. So
Please. Yeah.
it will be the first one from you.
Yeah. I'd love to see it. Whatever it is.
Okay, nice.
We talk about the stream all the time because we obviously one way to get one more people involved, but two to let us that can't be there, be involved, is to make a really good stream.
Yeah.
Upgrade the viewer experience.
Exactly. It's like laser tag. Like in generally, it's really hard to explain the laser tag, like what is going on in the arena for the new players or for the people which are not like much into the laser tag, and it's even harder for the Space Marines because there is so much going on the same time with the different roles as well. This is a little bit better for the laser ball, but because you have something which is like in all the sports that you need to have to put something somewhere, like the basic idea of all the sports. So, and in the Space Marines, it's not there, but it's fundamentally different. So to have a really nice watching experience for the Laserball will be a little bit easier, but still it's really hard when you have no big space above the arena, so you can have like one camera and you see everything down. That would be so cool. And we are planning that as well for some future to have like one time arena, like in some stadium, like a really big future, like in a lot of years, and to have the arena from the big ceilings and you will see everything going on. That would be so good.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to to spoil it. I just want to see it. I'll be really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, Thomiik, I'm really grateful that you came on. I'm enamored with the world that you're building out there. Just all the players coming in, like these younger leagues, players just like growing up playing tag and being part of this wider community out there. The dual arenas, congratulations on that. Gosh, it's such a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, it was really, again, thank you very much for inviting me here. It was a pleasure to meet you again, even if it's via the camera, still a really nice experience. I loved it.
I'm gonna plug your channel just before we go. Gonna make sure the people know. Let's see. Oh, think I found it. Okay. All right. Let me try to get the pronunciation right. It is Laser Game Zhishani.
Oh, so
How do you say it?
It's quite hard. It's Zhichani.
Gotcha. I'm not even gonna try to repeat you.
It's our favorite joke to try others to learn that, because it's like, no way, you will never do that.
So if y'all want to check out Thomiik's channel, here's an example of some of the content that they are putting out.
Yeah, this is actually the older one. The newer one are in the live. When you go to a live a little bit up.
Oh, live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 5 days ago.
These are the new. Yeah.
Oh, all right. There's an ad for something.
Oh, I don't know. How is this related?
This is not related at all. Oh my goodness. Well, y'all know what YouTube's trying to target me with. Let's see. Yeah, so you like these live updates? Go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, this one was junior tournaments for children which have not much experience yet. Mm-hmm. But there is always one captain who is playing with them who is experienced, actually. So if they have a problem, for example, in defense, he will do the defending thing. If they have a problem with the midfield, he will do the midfield. But the captains can't score the goal. So that means the children needs to score the goal.
Okay.
And it was a really interesting format, even for the captains. So sometimes they were in front of the goal and couldn't score, and they just yelling, "Go somewhere here! I need to pass to you." It was so fun.
7-on-7, is that your normal format?
Yeah. In the big arena, it's the normal 7-versus-7. In the small arena, it's 5-versus-5. The normal.
Okay. Very
but
cool.
We will start a new league in the small arena, and then it will be 3-versus-3. And like there were first league, second league, third league. So there will be so many like players, so many teams that we really need to have like a lot of leagues.
You got the instant replay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So we are trying really to improve everything to have to have a better experience.
This is excellent. All right.
And there is hours of content. So
seriously, yeah, you can watch this all day.
Yeah, like the next tournament will be next week. After that, in our arena. After that, it will be like next month and again, and like the best 2 teams from every it's like 3. It's a tournament of 3 parts. In every part, there will be like 8 teams of 7, and the best 2 teams from every part will go to the A final. And the 3rd, 4th, and 5th team will go to B final, and from the B final again, the 2 best teams will go to A final. So it's like the multiple days big tournament together. Like together, it's like 200 person or something like that.
Very cool. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap this thing up, but I'll definitely want to check in the future and see how things are going.
Okay. I really love to talk with you again.
Absolutely. So follow Thomiik on YouTube at that channel. That shall not be named. And
come on.
Okay, Laser Game Rishani.
Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, it's almost. Yeah, it's close. That's nice.
And yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Yep.
Thank you for listening to Force Pro Sports. Subscribe to the channel and get cool perks by supporting our Patreon. Play Laserforce and become part of this era's next great sport.